If you're ready for a vacay, then you're ready for today. From sea to summit, Felted Landscapes take you somewhere wild and wonderful. This week, we're hitting the road with our creative friends to explore dreamy vistas, serene beaches, striking deserts, and moonlit camps. Plus, explore new felting adventures with very special deals and felting tutorials on sale.
I'm Emily.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Julia.
I'm Amelia.
Happy Woolly Wednesday!
We are Living Felt, felting supplies and felting tutorials. This is our weekly hang, and we're so glad you're here.
Yeah, last week we spent a lot of time talking about landscapes and folk art, so we're going to kind of keep it going, but this week is all about vistas and vacays.
Yes, so if you're joining us, make sure to comment in the live chat. Tell us where you're from. Give us some inspiration for vacation ideas and travel where you are, somewhere cold. But if you're watching in the future, make sure to comment down below.
Yeah.
Or actually, yes, did in the past. I don't know. Anyway, comment down below if you're not watching live with us. Let us know where you are because we always love to pull prizes. And speaking of prizes, I have our first prize.
Who is it?
Let's see. First prize is Julie Knowlton 3511. Congratulations, Julie. And I think this is when we were asking about how good your cats are with wool. So she says, my cat is very polite about my fiber until a new box of wool arrives that seems to him to be the perfect new cat bed.
You know we like a cat pun.
We do. I love that. Congratulations, Julie. We're going to send surprises your way.
To keep up with the good vibes, let's kick it off to our very funny fairy in the field, Kayla.
Hey, happy Woolly Wednesday! Now, today's show is packed with awesome sights to explore, but before we embark on our virtual adventure, I've got a fun question for y'all. What's your ultimate dream getaway or your all-time favorite adventure? We're super excited to hear your amazing stories, so don't be shy, dive into the chat, or share your stories in the comments below. And of course, I can't resist sharing a fairy funny before we kick off our journey today. So, where do hamsters like to go on vacation?
Where do hamsters like to go on vacation?
Well, Hamsterdam, of course.
Oh, Kayla.
Thanks so much, y'all. Have tons of fun today, and I'll see you again next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got me good with that one, Kayla.
What a nice vacation.
Well, speaking of vacations, we love to see what your take is on vacations and some of the beautiful art makes you guys have made.
Let's go there now.
This week, So Inspired is all about vistas, vacay, and check out this road trip idea, y'all.
Wow. Look at that little van.
It's so cute.
What does the license plate say? Tipsy.
Like
Only well parked, I hope.
It's going to drive us to our little spot on the right.
I
The
was
little
gonna say,
landscape.
it's like the mode of transportation and the place you want to get to.
So cute.
It looks wet felted on the right, right?
Yeah.
I love all the little locks.
I was going to say, I love these locks for the texture.
How about the tree looks like it's blowing in the wind,
really does.
which is apropos for having a little sailboat.
Yeah.
I wonder how big that van is, too.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
a labor of love.
Good question. We'd like to know, Shannon, how big is that little van? So cute.
Right? And the little flowers in the
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
These are amazing.
I appreciate the inspiration photo.
Right?
Uh-huh.
The reference, yeah. I love all the colors on Kelly's. It's beautiful, like all the mountain
Yeah.
details.
The tiny little detailed flamingos.
The flamingos.
Is really impressive.
I think the plants in the foreground have some nice contrasts going
they
with the
do.
highlights. And the reflections above on Jennifer's, that had to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And getting that depth in the far coastline over there.
Yeah. And the reflection of the trees is so perfect on the lake as well. I love it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Oh.
How cute are these little sheep in the little meadow? They look so happy.
I love the color of those locks
Yeah.
they used as the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the foreground and then the sheep kind
Lead
of
you
being
in.
hidden
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit. It's really nice.
Too. And the snowy mountains. I want to go here.
It looks like an oil painting to me.
It does.
It does.
I can definitely picture being here.
Right.
Yeah.
All the sky with all those colors.
Yeah.
It seems so quiet.
It does.
Actually, both seem very quiet, don't they?
Ooh, wow. Noelle, I mean, always killing it.
Yeah.
With these.
Okay, how much time did all those shadows and highlights take?
Insane.
And then that cloud structure, you've seen those where it's stacked almost like a
Right.
mushroom cloud?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And the purple mountains in the back is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun beach scene.
Yeah. I always get so excited when I see people use like different mediums and mix them together.
Yeah.
Like, sewing is such an important part of this piece, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Totally
great.
Wow. Oh, the way that the fire lighting the trees is just so accurate.
It's amazing.
You
can
You
feel
feel
the
like,
flames.
right? You feel like you're sitting
Bring your
there in front of
s'mores.
that fire.
And the purple and the sky is
Yeah,
beautiful.
and that reflection.
I like the composition, how the moonlight is proximic to the
Yeah.
fire as well.
agree.
And the top of the rocks have a little highlighting to them.
That's gorgeous.
I feel like Laura's beach looks like a picture.
Yeah.
It
That
does.
composition is really nice as well.
Yeah.
And the waves breaking they're done so well.
They're
I
so
love it.
like,
Yeah.
intentional.
Reminds
definitely
me
hear
of
'em.
Breakwater Beach, but
It
I love
does.
the little grassy addition in the bottom.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Peaceful.
What a gorgeous mountain little stream. I love that.
Yeah.
Another
realistic.
photo.
This is crazy.
Well, Susan comes to the shop like once a year and visits. Look at the detail in
trees,
those
yeah, I was gonna say,
trees.
the trees are so
The
detailed.
movement in that water.
And the rock. Yeah. It's
Amazing.
Yeah, I feel like that took a lot of time, a lot of focus and effort. Mm-hmm.
I also just love this pastel feeling I get from Christine's.
Right.
And it feels very felted to me. I can't touch it, but I would like to.
That's very subtle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this push and pull of the colors.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pastel painting, kind of almost.
Yeah, very inspiring.
Wow.
Such vibrant colors on Mary's. I love that.
Yeah. Are those yarns, it
Yeah.
looks like?
Are those beads too?
Oh, maybe.
At the bottom.
It's such a great texture.
There's so many different
Yeah.
textures.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that full size. We'll have to see if we can bring that in.
It almost just feels like a tapestry almost.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Yeah.
and again, the foreground, middle ground, background is very that depth. It's really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and this great little road.
Yeah.
I love
so cute.
Tree's texture again. I'm loving how people are doing
Yeah.
nature and rendering it.
Yeah.
Don't you want to be on that little road, just planning for
I do.
Yeah.
Just,
like an
driving around the
apple
corner.
stand up ahead or get a fresh baked pie?
Yeah.
Pick yourself some flowers.
I know. I love the subtle pops of the flowers too. It's like you get the illusion of the flowers, but it's not too detailed.
Sweet.
You guys, those are so amazing.
Yeah.
So we really want to know what you guys liked about it. So leave a comment down below and in the live chat if you're watching now with us.
Yeah, let us know what inspired you. What you want to try next. I know I want to try wet felting and needle felting together. I really want to make a landscape and add more details with the needle felting on top of a wet felted background.
I definitely really loved everyone's use of details. I feel like, especially like in the depth and the foreground, the trees. It was amazing.
I kept getting stuck in those trees, like the logs,
Yeah.
the sorry silk. I feel like people are,
The texture.
I'm impressed every week, but every week I feel like we see something different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's like a couple techniques I'd like to try.
Yeah.
It's like
All
you
that
guys are
mixed
so
media
amazing.
use.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very true.
exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So definitely made me want to travel.
I know. Yeah.
I think it's time to give away another prize.
I think it is too.
Yes, please.
Who is it?
Let's
Lucky
see.
winner.
We have Melissa Wagner.
Congratulations, Melissa.
This is also from our cat video. She said, I made a 3D face and partial torso from my photo of my son's cat. I had it peeking out of a cardboard box. When I showed it to him and his fiance, they were kind of freaked out by it and the cat hissed. So I kept it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Art,
You wanna
see
see?
it.
Art's supposed to make you feel something.
Definitely makes your cat feel something.
Yeah. That's really cool.
We've got some goodies to show you guys that will inspire you for your next felting adventure.
This is our WOW bundle. It comes with our 12 by 12 wow pad and 2 wowie toppers. We've talked to you guys about how much we love our wow pads. They're a great, firm, dense surface to felt on top of, great for 2D and 3D works. And then it also comes with 2 toppers, one in white and one in black. So you just put these on top of your wow pad to keep your light and dark fibers separated. And it's just great for keeping your light projects light and your dark projects dark, and you're not going to get any of that cross-contamination. In our recent Kona Beach tutorial with Laura Gutzweller, she likes using coarser needles on top of our toppers because there's less resistance. You might give that a try. So check out our Wow Pad bundle in the link below.
This is our MC1 Skin Tones Dabble Box. This is perfect for needle felting dolls or portraits, or if you're looking for a great variety of neutral colors for your next project. This is going to have 10 colors of neutral shades ranging from light to dark. And we also give you our rose petal, which is going to be great for adding the rosy cheeks or lips to your next doll project. This is our dab size. So you have 10 colors, 1/8 of an ounce. If you're looking for a little bit more for your next project, we also have a half-C box, which is 1/2 ounce of every color. And both of these are going to come with a free PDF that's going to give you some links to some great tutorials for needle felting dolls or portraits. This is perfect this week for our theme. It comes with full of earthy shades for your next landscape project, ranging from mountains to the beach.
Our love bomb today is from May Lanchbury. She says, finished my 2 major projects today. 2 little crop vests for my 18 and 15-year-old granddaughters. When asked what their dream view would be from their window, one chose a flower meadow with mountains in the background, the other chose sunset over the ocean. They had no idea why I asked the question 6 months ago. I didn't know how to wet felt and was very inexperienced with needle felting before starting this project, but I am so excited to mail them out.
Holy moly, May.
Wow.
These are gorgeous.
I love the inspiration of like what you want your view to be out of your window. What a cool thing to felt for your granddaughters.
I know, and to go from like not having wet felted to felting garments, which I find very difficult personally, is such a feat. Like, you should be really proud of yourself.
And the way that you were just able to make the scenes so realistic is really nice, down to the way that you had to plan out the front and the back of the pieces. It's really, really impressive.
They are sweet little themes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very pictorial. Yeah.
And so thoughtful, May.
Yeah.
They're going to love them. This week's MC1 in Action is from Deborah Poth. She says, my latest needle felted commission. The name of this piece is Hannah's Special Place, and the finished size is 11 inches by 14 inches. I used a lot of MC1 bats from Living Felt and love how this wool blends so well with the hand carders.
This definitely feels so special.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this, especially the use of colors and the waves like in the foreground.
That's what I was
absolutely
calling
amazing.
The deep greens and blues in the water, they just draw you in.
Yeah.
So calming.
And you can tell you spend a lot of time blending and transitioning those colors into one another.
I totally agree. It feels like a very fixed palette, like color palette is perfect. All the colors work really well together.
Yeah, I feel like the shore, especially like that distant shore, like those colors are I relate to them. You know, they remind me of beaches I've been to, beaches I've walked on.
I definitely want to go there.
Yeah. I like the blue in the water that's right in that, you know, on the shoreline.
I agree.
So cool.
I'm sure whoever Hannah is really appreciates you, like capturing her special place like this.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Very cool.
Hey guys!
We have some exciting news. Right now, all of our advanced classes on felting tutorials are on sale.
So if you're looking for that next step in your felting adventure, you're trying to take an advanced class, this is your week. So check them out.
You don't need a coupon. Just get on over there and sign up for your class and you'll get the deal.
And don't forget, we also have something exciting next week going on.
Yes, next week is Christmas in July. We're dying for some cool weather feelings here in Texas. So we thought it'd be a good time to put some Christmas kits on sale for you guys.
Yep, and that's next week. So you guys got to stick with us.
Yeah.
You got to show up next week and check out those sales. Let's get Christmas going.
Yes, we'll see you there.
Hey friends, for this segment, I'm still here with Laura. Laura Gutzwiller has been here at the Living Felt Studios this week. filming an interview
Mm-hmm.
and filming a really fun tutorial. And if you missed that, I'll show you in a minute. But we've had an opportunity to connect and talk. And one of the things we talked about was not only how we get started with art, which is a conversation we always have,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
Vulnerabilities
Vulnerability.
around putting your art out there and
Yes.
sharing your art, the various feedback and criticisms we get.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
also shared sort of where you are now with art. So
Mhm.
swing us back, because in
Yeah.
our interview, if you missed it, y'all going to want to watch it. We learned that you started with art to kind of for self-healing and processing. So
Yeah.
bring
it's-
us up to that.
Yeah, it started as therapy for me to get in touch with my emotions, feeling things again. I had a lot to process, and art was a way for me to communicate when words failed me. And what I discovered over the years is that a lot of people can connect to that story, or in some way connect to something you've been through that was a really hard time, and art is how you're healing. And not only that, but that we can learn so much about ourselves by creating. And for a while, I was just creating for fun, just to create. But then years later, I started realizing what I was creating, and I was creating these places from either my childhood or places from memory that had given me such peace and hope and calm. And I find myself constantly returning to those places in my mind, and I want to bring them back and bring them new life and share that. And so creating these landscapes, these places, like this one is this is a trail near where I live at the Indiana Dunes, which is a place of peace for me and calm. It's where I work through things in my head. And it's amazing that when I put something out there like this on my social media, how many people will say, "Oh, I've been there," or if they haven't been there, "I feel what you're feeling." Or and then I encourage that conversation. I want them to talk about their feelings, and I think that's a beautiful place on social media that you can find where people are open and honest and just sharing in a good way. So.
And you said, so on your social, you share more of the story behind your art as well.
Yeah, it's not just about posting, well, here's what I did, look at it. It's why I created it. It's what I was feeling when I did. And, I've sometimes posted things at very pivotal moments where people said, I really needed to see that today. And then I know that it was just meant to be, like what I explained and what I talked through in a very vulnerable way. Someone else out there connected to that and really needed to hear that. So it's always worth it to be vulnerable.
No, that's beautiful. Yeah. So just a little encouragement to put yourself out there, but in your way, whatever way that is, because you said you've also been able to really connect with people in your booth.
Yes.
The same way,
yes.
sort of face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sometimes the world is big and scary, and sometimes there's a big hug out there waiting for you. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's worth it to open up and talk and not keep everything inside.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Laura. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, if y'all didn't see that interview, we'll link to it down below, and also her tutorial for Sunset on Kona Beach. Super fun. And follow her on Instagram and read her stories. So just connect. Thanks, y'all.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. I personally feel very inspired. I love landscapes.
Yeah.
I want to go to all these places.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you guys saw any products that we showed you that you're interested in checking out, follow that episode link down below.
Definitely. And grab your sweaters because we're headed to the North Pole next week. It's Christmas in July.
We also have a fun video linked as well if you want to click on that for some more inspiration.
Thank you.
Bye.